Hello, everyone. This is Karen Cornell, your Creative Memories Advisor, and I am coming to you with part three of how I pack for a Cropper retreat. And in this segment, I am going to talk about tools and how I pick my tools and how I pack my tools so that I don't pack the kitchen sink of tools. Because we all know that we have way too many tools to take to a crop, but we have enough tools in our craft room because, there's never enough. But anyway, I have used to, when I first started going to crops and retreats, I literally would take every single one of my border maker cartridges, every border punch, every punch. I would take it all because I was like, I never know what I'm going to do. I don't know, hey, there's just so many options, but there weren't as many tools as there are now. And let's be realistic here. There's Creative Memories has just blown us out of the water with amazing tools and amazing products. But we just can't take it all. And if we want to be productive, I think for me, I have personally realized that I need to plan a lot before a cropper retreat because then I'm much more productive. And I start a couple weeks out because I can't do it the week of, I've realized, because I'm too busy trying to prep my family for me to be out. So I need to plan way in advance if I'm cropping at a cropper retreat so that I don't have to stress so much trying to prepare my family for me being gone and for my retreat. So that's just a little me personally. But I am going to flip my camera and show you how I have narrowed it down and show you. Let's see. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Okay, so this is the tools organizer. This is the Rainbow Dots tools organizer that Sam came out with a couple months ago. And I love it. I mean, rainbow dots just make me smile and happy. So I do take this to retreats because why not have something that makes me smile from the get-go? But it's a great tools organizer because it does have handles on both sides and in the front. It also has the name badge right here instead of here, like the original, where mine just got torn up just from wear and tear of putting your hand here. But it does have it over here. And so that's great. The lid does open up. It zips right here. And the rainbow dots, this is the one thing I do not like about the rainbow dots, is it does not tuck under the tools organizer. It has to lay flap open, which does take up a little bit more space on my craft table. So what I end up doing is I keep it shut so that I can use it doesn't take up as much space or bother my neighbor by falling into their crafting space. But I love keeping my 12-inch trimmer in my tools organizer. I just love when I have all my tools together in one spot. It just works for me. I never worry about where my trimmer is because I know it's always in this tools organizer. And the way I make it fit is I just don't put a BMC right here. And so right here it has Creative Memories, and I put Creative Memories to Creative Memories, the name to name. I put the housing the right here, and then it fits. So it's beautiful. And of course, I have my blades in rainbow order because you need them in rainbow order, right? Because it also makes me happy. So that's the trimmer. Then I may force myself, and I force myself to only take 16 BMCs. I really, really plan my pages. Remember, in step 1 and 2, I plan those pages so I know what I'm going to be using. There are times where I can't decide between maybe 2 or maybe 3 BMCs. And so I will take them. And maybe it's between a BMC and a border punch. I will take them both, but I will make sure I narrow it down because I have found when I take just a narrow amount, I use almost all of them. When I take all of them, like I used to previously, and I lined them in and I filled it to the rim and double layered, I didn't. And I also found that they got broken because they were like hitting each other. And that's why I love these organizers because they're protected. And we spend a lot of money on this investment and we needed to protect it. So I love that CM came out with this organizer. So this is the top layer of the BMCs I'm going to be using at my proper retreat. Then I don't use the second layer. I take this out when I go to a retreat and I put in the border punches that I'm going to be using. And see here, I knew I couldn't decide because they came out with this fishnet and I'd already decided to do scallop, but then they came out with fishnet. So then, I had to take them both because I don't know what I'm going to do that day. So shame on you, CM, for coming out with cool products. Just kidding. I love them all. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. So this is the border maker punches, the border punches that I'm taking. I had a little space here, so I put one of my trusted punches that I absolutely love. So whenever I need something that's just missing, I need a little something to the page. This fireworks punch has never let me down. You pop it out in a couple different colors, layer it, and it's just adds so much to your page. It's a trusted one. So if you don't have that, you need to get it. So that is what I do. I don't take a lot of the border punches because they're very heavy, they're very bulky, and I really want to make sure I'm maximizing what I'm taking and what I am going to use. I don't want to stress my brain. So this all fits in here and I close it up and I can zip it. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what about just the single standalone punches? I do take those, but I take them in this. So I put them in here and these are ones that I love. Sorry, I just knocked over some paper behind me. So I always take the circle. I always take the square. So I have these. They're fantastic. I always, always, always take the arrow punch because that's perfect for when you have the peekaboo pockets so people will know to pull up there. But I just put 5. I limit it because it's just too much stuff. If I limit it, I get it done. But that is what I do. And I can all sit this all on my table and it's great. Now I do take, some big circles sometimes. I do take my custom cutting system. I do put that in one of these organizers. I do put that, and I do have, where I keep my blades. I do put it all in that. So I just have little things because they're easier to manage and I can pack them in my bag. So let me flip my camera back. I hope this helps you really kind of streamline what you're thinking. I promise you, it has helped me a ton. It's just so overwhelming. I look around my craft. I mean, look at all these. I mean, I have so many. And there's just no way I can be productive at a crop and retreat if I take everything. And so just really, really plan however many pages you usually get done and then add a few more or add some extra, project recipes or a little project, a card kit or something, to help you be the most productive. It's really, really important to be productive at your crops and retreats because we want to get those pictures in an album so our families can enjoy them. But I hope this series has helped you. I know it has helped me rethink some things and it's inspired me to do some other series for y'all. And if you have any questions or comments, I know they've been coming in and I love that we're all helping each other out. And I hope you guys keep scrapping. Happy scrapping.